Park. They put the tomb in the Memorial Park. They brought Jim Thorpe here, and then what they did is they merged the boroughs of Mock Chunk and East Mock Chunk into one borough to call it Jim Thorpe Borough.
Wow.
People cringe when they hear that. They'll say, did she really do that to him? The answer to that is yes, she did. That was his third wife. We don't know what the first two wanted to do.
Wow.
What year was that?
1954.
When they brought him here?
Yeah, he died in 53 and they brought him here in 54.
Good.
It took until almost 64 to get the name changed. The name Mock Chunk comes from the indigenous people that lived here. In their native language, they thought that the mountains looked like lame, sleeping bear. So Mock Chunk translates in English to lame, sleeping bear. Jim Thorpe is Native American who came from Oklahoma to Pennsylvania to go to school in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. It was formerly known as the Indian School. It is now known as the Army War College. It's located along Interstate 81 in the southbound lane at the Carlisle exit on the right-hand side. While at the Carlisle Indian School, he played some semi-professional ball, AAA ball, making like $2 a game for a total of like $36 that year. Part of the reason is he wanted spending money, and the second part is the franchise did not pay for food and lodging on the away games, so he needed to get through the 12 Olympics. Setting records in 1912 that lasted until 1976. When they did the time trials, he did so well that someone stole his cleats in hopes that he would not compete. He was able to get a set of shoes out of the garbage and a set of shoes from bystanders. It was 2 sizes too small. The borough was predominant German in its heydays. There was a very strong ethnic culture of Italian that lived in between the two boroughs. The Irish were the ones that mainly worked out in the mines, harvesting the coal. The Germans were the ones that mainly worked on the rails, moving the coal. So the question always becomes, what did the Italians do? The only thing we can find is somebody had to feed the Irish and the Germans with that little plain food.
They didn't like the manual labor, I guess. Thorpe is a town hero.
Quick review of Jim Thorpe. Jim Thorpe is Native American from Oklahoma, came to Pennsylvania to go to school in Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Formerly known as the Indian School, now known as the Army War College. While he was there, he played some AAA semi-professional ball. He then went off to represent the United States in the 1912 Olympics, setting records in 1912 that lasted until 1976. He's the first ever pentathlon winner, first ever decathlon winner, first Native American to win gold medals, actually won 2 gold medals, setting those records in 1912 that lasted until 1976. The International Olympic Committee, the IOC, had 3 rules in effect in 1912 that changed the history for Jim Thorpe. The first rule was called the amateurism rule. The amateurism rule stated that if you've ever played professional sports, regardless of how much money you made, you cannot participate in the amateurs games, the Olympics. In today's amateurs games, the Olympics, everybody's a paid professional. That rule changed in roughly 1983. The second rule in effect was the rule that stated that the governing country will investigate the athlete to ensure they're abiding by the international rules when put into the international forum. In the case of Secretary ride on the one down here in Jim Thorpe. We're headed out to Lehigh Gorge State Park, climbing up the falls. The falls gets its name from the narrow valley. Ononoka was the Lenape infant park system as a teenager. He realized with the invention of the iron horse, the steam engine, it was going to be much more efficient to move materials. He brought some controlling interest in a steam engine. He started the Lehigh Railroad, moving millions of packets of materials to fuel the Industrial Revolution for the United States. He became one of the richest men in the United States. He started giving them back to the communities around here. He started dispensaries that later became hospitals. It's actually the footprint for the Lehigh Valley Health Network today. He was instrumental in getting started one of the first libraries, which is in downtown Jim Thorpe, not the first, one of the first. He was instrumental in getting started one of the first Young Men's Christian Association, YMCA, which is in downtown Jim Thorpe. He went on to build Lehigh University, which is a Division I athletics university located in Northampton County, known for its engineering and science graduates. In the first 20 years, you could have went to Lehigh University for free on a Lisa Packard card. There was another gentleman from the same era, Tiffany from Tiffany Glass. Tiffany put the glass in Packer's mansion over on the hill. They eventually had a falling out. A rivalry started amongst them. Packer took the glass out of the mansion, put it up in the attic where it remained until he passed. His daughter then brought it down, donated it to the church on Racing Street in St. Mark's Church. If you went to St. Mark's Church, you can see the original Tiffany Glass. Lehigh University, known for its engineering and science graduates. Tiffany helped change it from a liberal arts school into an engineering and science school to Lehigh University. Thanks for all that rivalry with two schools yesterday. Non-poisonous snakes have the white jaws, but they have more of a blunt nose. So it's more triangular, more blunt nose. Black snakes are good snakes. They eat poisonous snakes. So if you see a black snake, know that there are no poisonous snakes around.
Oh, nice.
I had a high school science teacher tell me if you look at the pupils where they go this way or this way, you can tell the difference. I don't get close enough to see the eyes.
No. I don't.
Look off to your right here, you're going to see the entrance to the tunnel. We're going to go around the corner. I'm going to ask you to look right, look back. You'll see the exit of the tunnel. I'm going to go across the bridge into the park, turn around and come back out so you can stop on the bridge and take any pictures. I just have to be aware of my big brother, Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm Trevor the Trolley. What happens is he gets a little irritated at me when I park on the bridge and he tries to take pictures when I'm blocking out the entire tunnel.
Yeah.
So if I hear him coming, I kind of skedaddle out of his way. Again, look off to your right, look back, you'll see the exit of the tunnel. If I were a train coming through that tunnel, I'd be coming across the bridge onto the set of tracks right here. This is a service road today. The tracks were moved over here to my left. The reason why I tell you that is the fact that this was hand dug through here the same way the tunnel was. Always reminds me of the movie Jurassic Park when I come through here when you look up. As we come around the corner, look out to your left, you're going to see the Lehigh River. It's getting back to its natural stage now because we've had some rain over the last couple of weeks.
Oh, good.
However, we went through an 8-week drought last year. You could almost walk across that river and not get your feet wet.
Wow.
We have old hydroelectric dams that are watershed dams today. They release water into the river during the drought period, not so much to raise the level of the river, but to keep the river flowing, to keep the desalinization point out in the ocean and not back up in the fresh water. 1,000 people a week through this park. Jim Thorpe's will grow about 4,500 people. The train, the committee that ride the train or see the train from October or from Father's Day through Labor Day, anywhere between 160 and 190,000 people for that time frame. In the month of October, from October 1 to October 31, 60 to 90,000 people.
Wow. Oh, look at the tunnel.
That should be a pretty good vantage point to take a picture of that tunnel if you want a picture of the tunnel. And for everybody's personal interest, I think this, they use dynamite obviously, but it was, and you could go inside of it, you can see the pick marks and the shovel marks in the stone. I'm not telling you to go up to the Glenanoka Falls, because if you go up the natural staircase, what happens is, hey, how are you?
See you Friday.
What's that?
Friday I work.
Okay, I'll look for you out there again. Enjoy your day today. That's one of the park rangers out at Mock Junk Lake. He's a really good guy to talk to out there if you get out there. So they don't want you going up the natural staircase because it's remember, it's my job now to keep building it up, right? So I just got to keep talking, get that visual. Just as you go down the D&L Trail, the height is about 4 miles on the trail, but you'll go through the Packarding Yards. They were in between Tomaco, St. Clair, and Pottsville. It was filmed in Eckley, up in Hazelton, and filmed right here. We have a picture of Sean Connery in the Broadway Inn down there holding up a mug of beer to people. Yeah. This is the Immaculate Conception Church, commonly called the Irish Church on the hill. Coming up around the next corner is the Staven Museum. Victor Staven is a local artist with national notoriety. He has made some album covers for Kiss, also for postage stamps for U.S. Postal Service. He has a fine dining restaurant, Cafe Ariel. He has the Staven Museum, Art Museum, and the Staven Jazz Theater. They're really, really nice guys. They'll tell you about the area, they'll tell you about the lake, just like